Working class beer reviews, looking at Boulevard's Bourbon Barrel-Aged Chai Imperial Stout. Now, if you saw my short where I introduced the sampler pack of these, there's a Baltic Porter, Chai Imperial Stout, and then I did a Carrot Cake Strong Ale. So, yeah, I wanted to keep doing it. I got one more to go after this. You may not be watching these in succession. I've got this Boulevard glass that I used last time. I just felt it appropriate. Oh my goodness, look how dark that is. Woo! I'm gonna let that set up. Look how pretty that is. Hopefully that's in frame. So they have just a little bit on the website about this. On the Boulevard Brewing Company website. It's 12% alcohol, 15 IBUs, so it's low IBUs. 12% is pretty good, pretty strong for a stout. And then the EBC is 92. That's the coloring index, I guess. So 92 seems pretty high because it's dark. Look at that. Dark, dark, dark. I got a little bit of sunlight come through. I cannot even see through this thing. And it has got a dark khaki colored head. I mean, this is like canvas. Like you would, a tent, like a military tent. Not green, but you know, that tan color. Camel colored. Really, really tight bubbles. The description on the website, it has a really short description. Barrel-aged, well-rested, Chai Imperial Stout, Bourbon Barrel-Aged. Hello, cozy season, which is kind of that. It's in February. This barrel-aged Imperial Stout with chai spices has notes of dark chocolate, roasted coffee with warming cinnamon and clove. Find this beer exclusively in our fall 2024 barrel-aged mix pack. So, I'm gonna look at something real quick. Bear with me. I'm sorry. I should have had this pulled up. I just want to look up real quick. What spices are in chai tea? And, you know, you can find this out pretty easily. So it's star anise, fennel seeds, nutmeg, allspice, white peppercorn, licorice, saffron. Some of them use like cardamom pods too, and they make a tea out of this. And I don't know if they mix it with like a black tea, but I know they make a latte with it, which is like steamed milk. You know, so look at this. The head on this is just stayed. I mean, it's receded just slightly, but you know how like, was it Samuel Adams? They used to be able to float like the beer cap on top of the head, the foam. I bet I could do that with this. Let's try it. So it's got a standard Boulevard cap. It's got the smokestack and everything on it. So either this is gonna float or it's gonna sink to the bottom. I probably should do the top here. Oh, yep, it floats. It's slowly sinking though, so I should probably try to fish that out. It does float. Oh, wow, okay. So, I already got a little bit of a taste. Let's get a smell. You do get like a dark stout. It says bourbon barrel aged, so I'm not really getting any bourbon. I'm getting kind of smoke. More of the tea spices, the chai tea spices, so the cloves and cinnamon, nutmeg. It said white peppercorn, star anise, fennel seeds. Yeah, a lot of spice is what I'm getting. The head's usually where you get the aroma anyway. So, yeah, really pretty presentation. I will say that. This is such a gimmick. This is not something. It's a good thing they put these things in samplers, because this is not something you'd want like a whole 6-pack of. A little bit of the dregs there. Ooh. Yeah, I got some sediment. These are Boulevard bottle conditions their beers, so they do a second fermentation in the bottle. Yeah, tea spices. Some like dark oakiness kind of. But like I said, I don't smell the bourbon, and it doesn't state which bourbon barrels they use. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they just get random whatever they get their hands on. If they're in collaboration, I think the Carrot Cake one said it was. It was in collaboration with another beer company, though, I thought. But anyway, here we go. Dark, syrupy, heavy body, sweet, but not like the cloying sweetness you get from like a high gravity lager or anything like that. So there's a difference. It's not that kind of like, blech, so sweet. The sun's like coming right up on me. So way better lighting than some of my other videos, so you can actually see me and see what I'm drinking. I do taste like the vanilla. So I don't know if they use like pre-made chai tea to mix into the beer, or if they mix it with just the spices themselves. It doesn't really say, just age or ale with natural flavors. So I'm guessing it's probably some sort of a pre-mix chai, maybe like a Tazo type thing. It's not Tazo, or else it would say it's Tazo, but something like that. You've seen those like cartons of pre-made chai tea. It wouldn't surprise me if they use something like that to get the essence of the flavors. But they did a good job of getting all the very pronounced. So if you're into that kind of tea spice flavor, the chai tea, the spice, you would probably like this. If you've had any sort of a bourbon barrel aged type stuff, you would expect the body and the sweetness that it has, because that's from the maltiness. That's how they get up to 12%. And the fact that it's only 12 IBUs, there's not much hoppiness. I mean, it's got to have some sort of hops in it to balance it, but they're not trying to. They're wanting it to be malt forward. You know, sometimes you can tell with like a heavy beer, they put a lot of IBUs to really tip the scales back to the middle. This one's definitely on the malt side, so they're not even giving it enough to try to even balance it out. They just don't want it to be so like, tacky sweet. That's a turn off. So they're really getting the essence of the stout, which a stout is just a strong porter. Whoa, excuse me for that. Porter is just a dark roasted malt ale. So an Imperial Stout was meant to, kind of like IPAs, is strong in order to travel the seas, cross the ocean, continentally or intercontinentally, to India or Russia, China, from England. That's where a lot of this started from. So it's meant to travel. So you could definitely cellar this. Look at that label one more time. Yeah, you could definitely cellar this and it would be fine. Wrap it up in a paper bag and just stow it away somewhere dark, cool, nowhere hot. You don't want to freeze it, but you don't want it getting hot. And it'd probably actually be great, I bet, cellared. Look at that lacing. It's a great looking beer, great smelling beer, strong flavors. Your normal beer drinker's not going to like this. Hophead, like an IPA lover. I mean, some of those guys like stouts and stuff like that, but if you're strictly an IPA guy, you're not going to like this because there's no bitterness to it. Even with the roasted malts, sometimes you get bitterness from that. You're not getting that because of the tea flavors and stuff like that. It's definitely a dessert drink, an aperitif, like after a meal, on a cool winter day or cold winter day. If you want to sit by the fireplace, I happen to be outside. It's in the 30s here, like upper 30s, and the sun happens to be out. I just wanted to take advantage of the opportunity because I didn't want to do it in my basement again or in my living room where it's dim. I look forward to the spring and summertime. That's where I thrive. The hotter, the better. I was born in Missouri, raised in Missouri, and the summer times in the 90s, 95 or above, it doesn't bother me. And you see me taking videos of my Jeep. I might have to do some in the summertime with some good summer beers. I've got some Mexican lagers I haven't done videos for that I could probably do in my Jeep, and that'd be kind of cool. I'll have to make sure it shows that my keys are out so that they don't try to accuse me of drinking and driving or anything like that. But yeah, this is good. It tastes great. I wouldn't drink this on a regular basis. No, it's too much. It's like really strong. But for a one-off, yeah, it's a good showcase of what a company can do. Boulevard, based out of Kansas City, Missouri, on Southwest Boulevard, just south of downtown, not far from the Kansas-Missouri state line. They were bought out by Duvel. Duvel is a Belgian company, but large Belgian company that gave them a lot more range, a lot more access. Because before Boulevard locally was very popular. Regionally even was very popular. Before, they started in 1989. So up in the late 90s, they really started building and gaining steam. And throughout the 2000s, they were doing great. And then in the early 2010s is when they got bought out, just a few years after the AB InBev buyout. So I think other Belgian companies were just looking for American brands that were thriving. They weren't like as big as like Sierra Nevada or anything like that. I would say Boulevard was pretty close to like what Goose Island was. And someone could correct me on that. Goose Island may have been bigger than what I thought. They weren't that huge in my area, but they're from Chicago, which Chicago's one state over from me. So, yeah, Boulevard was getting pretty big. Some people may recognize that brand in their territory if you live outside of Missouri, obviously. So, should I finish this before the end of the video? I feel like I'm rambling now because kind of talked about it, everything. There you go. Look at that lacing. Beautiful. The color. I do that for you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate your all's feedback and the engagement. And I'm not looking to like make this into a full-time thing or anything like that. But if you feel like this is worth sharing and you want to show other people, you can do the whole like, share, subscribe type thing. But the comments is really what I care about because I just like talking to people. I got a guy up from Buffalo, New York, that was talking to me. Gave me a shout out on one of his videos. I'm sorry I forgot your name, but I'll look next time. Next time I do like a regular something outside of this because that's what he was doing, like Coors Banquet. He got a big haul. Apparently, he had a gas station or a liquor store that had a sale. He bought a bunch of like tall boys. And he's showing them all off. So that was pretty cool. Thanks for the shout out, man. I really appreciate that. And I love engagement and the banter back and forth. I think that's what it should be all about. And I wouldn't mind doing a collaboration like on Zoom or something like that. I have a Facebook. I'm not on Facebook. I don't really engage in Facebook. I'm on Instagram, but I should probably make a separate Instagram for this beer channel. That way people can DM me that way. jeepingfoodie@yahoo.com if you want to get a hold of me for a collaboration of some sort. Ooh, that felt good. Yeah, feel free to reach out to me. I don't mind it. Yeah, if you want to do some sort of a duo video or if you got a group hangout, yeah, invite me. Let me know a good time. My work schedule, it's like Monday, Tuesday. I'm off on Wednesdays. Wednesday mornings I'm typically busy. Thursdays I'm busy. Fridays, I work it up until 5 or 6 sometimes. But in the weekends, just if you ever want to get a hold of me, do a collaboration with me, hit me up. jeepingfoodie@yahoo.com. and let me know, man. So thank you guys for watching this video about the Boulevard Bourbon Barrel-Aged Chai Imperial Stout. And I will see you guys later.